I had this idea for this show, and they were like, Mike, it's a talk show in a sewer.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, kinda. But I'm telling you, the feedback up in San Francisco was amazing. So like, okay, we'll do 3 episodes. So we do 3 episodes of this thing that was originally called Somebody's Got to Do It. Mm-hmm. We changed the name to Dirty Jobs. It goes on the air like 10 o'clock on a Friday night, no promotion. And holy crap, it rates.
Yeah.
And it's a classic I told you so. I'm like, guys, see? And the mail came in, the feedback came in. So they put it on the shelf for a year because even though it rated well, it created a level of cognitive dissonance within Discovery at the time, because you've seen this before, I'm sure. It happens a lot. When a big company has a brand and all of a sudden the consumer, their customers, tell them that they like something that they don't want them to like, that's confusing.
Yeah.
And it goes the other way too, you know? And it was confusing for my bosses back then to see their customers love a show that featured exploding toilets, artificial vaginas, sorry, but misadventures in animal husbandry.
Yes. Yeah.
No second takes. Dirty Jobs was an honest reality show back, I think, before there were reality shows. So it's a very scary thing for them to like, to send a smartass out into the world with no script, no oversight, no supervision, no second takes, and take the results of that and actually call it a show. That was bananas.
Yeah.
So when it worked, no one knew quite what to do. So they sent me to Egypt, and then they sent me on these other trips, and then they sent me to Dutch Harbor to host this show that was called Deadliest Season, which turned into Deadliest Catch, which is still on the air, about crab fishing. And I hosted that first season, but they cut me out because the show didn't really need a host. It needed a voice. And also, it was unlike anything anybody expected. I went to 6 funerals in 6 weeks.
Wow.
In 2003 on Deadliest Catch. And when we looked at that footage, they realized, there is a world. There is an unscripted world of work out there. So let's go ahead and order a limited run of this crab fishing thing, and let's go ahead and do some more of these dirty adventures of yours.
Yeah.
And that was in 2004, late in 2004, I guess. And that's when we went to work in earnest. And, you know, we really never looked back. Once the first season of Dirty Jobs got on the air, it was clear. It was clear that we had Forrest Gumped our way into something. It was the part of the map that says, here be dragons, right? But we went there, and suddenly the show just exploded. It was in 180 countries. It was launching all of these derivative shows. Like, you can draw a straight line to like maybe 30 shows that went on the air that came out of Dirty Jobs.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And so really, my mother was right. I went into the sewer to do something that looked like work and came out baptized in a river of crap, convinced that I was a better guest than a host, and went to work in earnest for the first time in my life. You know, not as a freelancer, but as a servant to an idea, right? And of course, that idea, you know, the headlines caught up to it. That's how my foundation evolved. That's why every good thing happened in the wake of that. People liked the show for the show, but they also knew that there was something else under it that was worth talking about.